Hi everyone, I'm Debra. I'm joined here tonight with Trinity on behalf of Arts Angle Vantage. We're going to be talking about just like our experiences within the program to encourage you all to donate towards Arts Angle Advantage for Give for Good this upcoming Thursday. You make a difference whenever you give, and it allows like students and like local youth to have access to the arts and elevate their voices. So me and Trinity are just gonna kind of start by breaking down like how we were involved. I joined the program in 2018 with their coverage of Actors Theater's Humana Festival, and then in 2020 I covered the Governor's Schools for the Arts, and done just some like other things here or there. And I recently graduated from Western Kentucky University.
Oh,
Um,
congrats.
Thank you. And I've just like through the time I've been in college, like still tried to be as involved as I could be. Obviously, like living in Bowling Green, like I'm 2 hours away, but it's still been nice to be able to like connect with Elizabeth, like meet the students, being able to meet Trinity. So if you want to start by just telling us a little bit about your time in the program.
Yes. Okay. I first found out about the program through my teacher at Jeffersontown High School, Mr. Spradlin. Shout out to him. He was talking about this, and I think he had worked with her before, and so I looked online. Oh, where do I go to? Sorry, I go to school at Jeffersontown High School, and I am a senior. It's my 12th year, and last year, my junior year, towards the end of it, I had heard about this program through my teacher, and I went to apply online. And I was thinking, oh, I'm probably not going to get into this. Yeah, no, I had never heard of it before, but I was very intrigued because they were talking about reviewing Hadestown, and I had heard about the musical before, and it was just such a great opportunity to go see Hadestown for free and get to engage with the arts, and specifically an art form that I've loved for so long, and just wanted to find ways to engage with because I didn't have that much at my school. And so it was very exciting getting to write the first time in early 2023 for Hadestown and writing my review. And the musical was amazing, and getting to talk with other people about the musical and getting to write down how it made me feel and the story of it was really an experience that um, was changing for me, and was really good for me.
Yeah, of course, that's really wonderful. What would you think is your like favorite part of participating in the program? Like now, obviously you just started your senior year. What's a moment for you as part of Arts Angle Advantage that you feel like really like sums up your experience within the program?
Um, I've loved getting to do all that that I've done with it so far, but really, I think Hadestown was really a big thing for me to see, just getting to see theater live, but also getting to go on the news. It was just to talk about the program was really amazing because it was just after it, I was like, yeah, with Wave 3 News. And it was just really exciting getting to share my perspective and how it made me feel, and getting to reach out to other students and people in general about this opportunity that I know so many people and friends would really appreciate as well.
Oh, that's really awesome. I know for me, like I think um, earlier this summer, I was able to kind of come as an alum and work with like see some of the students and see you all in action. And I think for me, it was a really like full circle moment. I think it was for the Art of the Profile workshop that took place earlier this summer.
Mm.
And I got to follow one of the participants to, I think we were seeing, it was like a children's production of The Hobbit. It was really
Oh,
like
wow.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was so fun. But I think like for me, it was really full circle, like kind of just like observing, like I was once like that like 17-year-old, like 16-year-old like student. Oh, it was for earshot. It was audio storytelling. like being in this new place and being able to like see some type of art that I wouldn't otherwise like had access to. And obviously that was just really entertaining because it was also just like children. I think they were some like in like younger in like elementary school, and I think the oldest one might have been like 16ish maybe. And I know like recently like that's been something I've been thinking about a lot, as somebody who's like interested in like journalism now, like being able to think back of what that looked like. But my first experience with Arts Angle Vantage was covering the Humana Festival. And that was really exciting because it was like it was a large variety of events. We went to several different plays, and I went to like their college days festival, and I was able to at Actors Theater of Louisville, and I was able to kind of like learn a little bit about how all of these people who were putting on these plays, like how their careers were kind of outlined and how they got to that experience. And I thought it was a really fascinating time. It definitely meant a lot for me and taught me a lot in terms of just having an interest in like art specific journalism. And even now, like I'm still looking for like kind of chasing that kind of interest. So yeah, I guess the next thing is, do you want to talk about like what the program means to you currently? Like what have you walked away from your experiences so far?
So far getting to see like live theater, Hadestown, and Loving and Loving, that was put on by Actors Theater of Louisville as well. It just, and also getting to recently review the new Alien Romulus, which was amazing. That will come out with Leo Weekly later this month. And just getting to see all of that really remind me how much I miss getting to engage with the arts. And it really pushed myself to try new things. And me doing this program was new things, or was trying a new thing. And it actually pushed me to want to be more involved with the art within my school. And I've been involved with the choir at my high school since freshman year, but I finally decided to do theater this year as well. And getting to see these performances and everything, and getting to review about them and really like think about them and analyze them a little bit has really made me realize how important theater and art is to access and be a part of. So really pushed me to join my theater at Jeffersontown High School, which has been really fun so far.
That's so exciting. So you mentioned that you've had a couple pieces published in Leo Weekly.
Yeah.
What was that feeling like of seeing your writing published, like either online or within like their print?
Oh my God. It was so jittery. It almost feels like when you're sitting in a roller coaster seat before they set off or anything, you're just waiting for it to go. And when I finally saw it, I was so nervous about it, because sometimes I can get a little bit nervous and insecure about seeing what other people have to, say or just see about my writing. But it was so just a really happy moment for me to see my name published and see my work out there. And it's just, I loved it.
That's so exciting. I remember after I covered the Governor's School for the Arts in 2020 during the pandemic, I think one of the stories I worked on with Elizabeth it was published in the Courier Journal. And I remember like how exciting that was, because I think by the time it was published, I might have already like had left for college. So I think my mom had like mailed me a physical copy of the issue because so I could have it. I remember like opening it up in my first storm and like just being so excited that it was there, and it had like, I think it had like a little like photo and everything. It was just so like like you said, it was like a surreal experience.
That's so sweet.
That even doing just like my college paper and stuff like afterwards, like I feel like that feeling never really goes away. Like it's still just as exciting. And so that was probably like one of the biggest points where I was like, this is so cool. Because I think that might have been actually my first time seeing my work in like physical print also. Like I think it had been published a couple of times like online, but I think that was my first time like being able to like hold physically like a piece of my writing. And
Yeah.
it's just such a like surreal feeling.
And that must have been like a great reminder going all the way to Bowling Green from home, like just a reminder of home and like the art surrounding you and everything.
Yeah, of course. I think I carried a lot of like my experiences from Arts Angle Vantage into like my college career, now like my professional career. I worked at our campus paper and our lifestyle magazine. And that kind of allowed me to like continue building on the skills that I started learning, like working directly with Elizabeth at Arts Angle Vantage in high school. And it led me to like, I know you and I were talking earlier about audio.
Yeah.
But it helped me develop like audio storytelling skills I used working at Louisville Public Media last summer. Um, so yeah, I think it's just like the program as a whole has gifted me a lot as somebody who like is pursuing journalism as a career. But um, for you, do you think that the program has helped you like tapped into your interests? Like, do you think that in terms of like your path and like where you think you'll end up, how do you think it's benefited you like professionally?
I think it's definitely made me open my eyes to things that I could possibly do from like wanting to major and just hobby wise, because I've always enjoyed writing, but getting to do this has given me more experience and more in things that I'm interested in. And so it's made me realize that, oh, I could do writing about more of the arts. And like I said before, it's pushed me to do theater more. And I've just been kind of always too nervous to do it. But finally, getting to do it this year has really helped me, which I've decided that I do want to pursue theater outside of high school, whether it be community or I, do it as my main job. But it's really made me realize that I do want to be a part of the theaters and part of performing more as well. And it's also made me realize that the art scene in Louisville is bigger than I ever thought it was. I think people often think that there isn't much like going on here just because we're not a huge city like New York City or something like that. But we still have so many amazing artists and smaller communities, especially like Actors Theater of Louisville, like I saw for Living and Loving. It's just amazing. And there's so many little nooks and crannies around Louisville that I think this program really gives youth an opportunity to explore and learn about. And I'm curious, what have you learned about the local art scene from this program as well?
Yeah, because I definitely feel pretty similar. Like I walked away knowing that there were so many avenues within Louisville that you could like from like the perspective of somebody who's interested in pursuing journalism, like things that I could cover or things that I could like learn more about, but also even just participate in. And I think I really carried that with me like into my professional career. Like last summer when I worked at LPM, I did a story about Green Folk Collective, which is like a local like fashion designer, but she completely repurposes like quilts and
I love
used
that.
like she was just at New York Fashion Week like earlier this week. Like it's been so interesting to like watch her growth and her trajectory when I just like found her on Instagram a year ago. Um
Oh, that's so cool.
yes, and like especially Louisville as a whole is like because Louisville is so like geographically large, I guess. In some ways I feel like there are all these pockets of like culture and things that I'm like paying more attention to that I wouldn't have really known about prior to the program. Even now, I live full time in Bowling Green. Like, I think I have like a better attention span to being like, oh, like, are there any local shows going on? Like, when is there some like local like theater things happening? Like now, I'm signed up for like every newsletter for all of like the local like theater programs.
Oh, I love that.
It's so fun. Or like we have a couple of like local museums, so like being able to like go there as often as possible. Or especially now living in like a college town, there's a lot of support for like student works. Like we have like a WKU Film Fest. That's normally like a pretty big deal each year. Or I don't know, I feel like I walked away being able to like feel more connect, like learning how to connect myself with the arts in my community, which is in turn like taught me so much more about every place that I've lived since participating in this program. So yeah, I think that's been a very big thing that I've like carried with me from the program. But I guess and I think that this is kind of one of the reasons that it's important to support Arts Eagle Vantage, especially this week during Give for Good, because like not only is it helping connect local youth directly to the arts, but it's giving them like, some professional experience or helping them, like you've talked about, like with theater, like pushing them to try new things. And so I think that everyone who participates in this program like walks away with something. And so I personally think that this, like specifically through the channel of Give for Good, like we have a very great opportunity to support like local youth learning more about local arts and having those experiences. And so, Trinity, would you care to talk about why you would recommend like one of your friends or a classmate to participate in this program?
Yeah, I would recommend so many friends, and I've also talked to my friends and teachers about it before to reach out to more people, because I just know so many people that love the arts and theater and writing especially, but don't have the access to it monetarily. And this program is free. You get to go see the things for free and get to write and be published for free, which is a really great thing. And donating to Arts Angle Vantage and Give for Good, which is on September 12th, this Thursday, just gives another opportunity for more youth voices to be uplifted and heard. And it's just so amazing. And you also get to talk to your other peers about the arts going on and just about what you love in writing. And not only is it just a fun and cool experience, it's also a good thing for resumes and building up your writing skills as well.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I know for me participating in the program, it not only it connected me definitely with like things I otherwise wouldn't have known about or been able to see, like specifically with like the Humana Festival for New American Plays. Like that was something I'd never heard of before I participated in the program. Or
Sorry.
it's okay. Like the Governor's School for the Arts, like I was able to connect a lot more with things I wouldn't have access to otherwise. And I wouldn't have had the opportunity to, especially like go through a workshop that teaches you how to write about the specific things and like write about the arts. Cause I feel like that's something, even in most like journalism programs, like you aren't really taught about. So it's such a unique experience to be able to have that like in your hometown and like in high school, like at such a young age, to be able to be connected directly to all of these like wonderful things happening within the local art community, and then also being taught like how to write about it. And I know for me, another big thing that I walked away with was I met like so many of my now like some of my closest friends like through this program. Like my friend Gracie, like I would have never known her if we didn't participate in the same workshop at the same time. And now like we talk like pretty regularly, and like it's always nice to be able to like run into her, and that's like purely because of like us participating in Arts Single Advantage.
I love that. What did you guys write about? Like what workshop did you do specifically?
So I think her and I think we both did the Humana Festival in 2018 together. And then I don't know if she did Governor's School for the Arts, but she might have, I could be wrong. And then we both also did, there was an exhibit at the Speed in the summer of, I guess it would be the summer of 2021, and we worked on that together. It was the one that featured the painting Breonna Taylor that was on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Yeah.
And so me, her, and Andrea, who also did the Instagram live last night, all like worked together on a piece. So yeah, I think it definitely like brought like all of us together, but like specifically her and I have like still been in touch like to this day. Like now she lives in like Cincinnati, and I still like keep up with her regularly and like talked to her on the phone the other day and was like texting her the other day. And that was like purely just because of like our involvement in this program. So yeah, I think that that's just like another reason to donate this upcoming Thursday for on Give for Good. And so thank you, Trinity, for taking the time to talk to me today and allowing me to get to know you. I really enjoyed our live stream chat.
Yes, thank you so much for talking to me, and thank you for everybody for listening, for everybody that has donated to Give for Good and helping uplift voices like mine and Debra's and the youth. Just thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.